Hi, welcome. I'm going to talk about the one-time pass so that you understand it. I do have this in some other Zooms, but I thought I'd just do a single one just on this, and then I'm going to put it in the assignment itself. Okay, so as you know from looking at the syllabus, because you've studied the syllabus really closely, you know that there is no late work. There is an exception, right? So two ways to go on the exceptions. One is if you give me some documented proof from an emergency room or a doctor. And again, no HIPAA violation. Don't give me any information about the doctor's name or, your social security or personal information or diagnosis. I'm not looking for that. I just need something that shows the date of entry at that particular hospital or whatever it is. Okay, it could be a court date as well, something like that. Okay. Death in the family, that gets a little tricky because we all have extended families and so on, and sometimes your family wants you to travel with them. That's kind of case by case, and I hate to do it that way, but some people have multiple deaths in the family in one semester if I am lenient on it, so I have to err on the side of, what seems valid. Okay? So I know it seems a little weird, but I can't see and look at your facial expressions and know how true everything is. So that's what I have to do is go by the documentation. All right, so the other way is to use the one-time pass, and you can use this for 4 assignments. You don't have to use it all at once. Right now, you have those 20 points. So I get asked that all the time, can I have the 20 points? You already have them. So don't get confused because you've already been given the points. What happens when you use the pass is you lose the 20 points, right? But it does enable you to open up other assignments that would hopefully be worth more than 20 points. So this is a bonus that you have. You have 20 points extra credit I'm just giving you for the whole semester if you never miss an assignment. Then if you do need to use it, then you will cash it in, all right? And then you will reopen whatever you need to do and you will submit it within 1 week, okay? So you have 1 week to resubmit work. You can do this all the way up. Let's see what our due date is, April 21st. Depending on the semester, it's usually about 3 weeks out from the final. I don't enjoy the last week or the week before the last week a lot of emails about how to save your grade. By then, it's far too late. All extra credit is due on April 21st, I think maybe with the exception of like the Zoom quiz, which I think is a couple points per question. Okay, so starting over, one-time pass, you have the 20 points. Don't email me about saying I want to use it until you have read this first. You want to read all of the instructions first and understand what you're doing, because a lot of back and forth on this is pretty, it's a big time waster, right? And I don't mean to say that I'm not here to answer your emails, but if you email me efficiently, and I'm going to do another video on netiquette, then it saves us both time and you can get things done in a timely manner. So this is extra credit. I gave you 20 points, so I do expect one email with all of the information, full netiquette usage, so that it's all condensed and I reply once, because this is extra work for me to reopen these assignments. I have to go through and change the due dates just for you, okay? So one email, please. What you're going to ask me for is 1 to 4 titles. This is an example, okay? You cannot use it for the midterms. You cannot use it for the final. But you can use it for anything else in the course pretty much. I don't think there's anything else that doesn't qualify. Now, one thing I would say is quizzes are 10 points, right? Generally. There's a few with more points. But if you were only going to miss 2 quizzes, I would say it's a wash. Don't use the pass, because you only stand to gain 20 points and you already have that 20 points. So sometimes students don't understand this concept that they are given the 20 points. They say, well, I want to do the quizzes, and then they end up with 15 points total on 2 quizzes, right? The whole point of this is that you maximize your points, and that if you're not going to really do a full discussion or a full artwork and really follow all the criteria, then you do have a chance of actually losing points. And if you're not going to do it on time within that week, then you also will lose all the points. It doesn't help you if you're not going to actually do the work. Okay? So do a bullet points with 4 lists there. Say regular email, say hello Professor Young, or Penelope is fine. I would like to use a one-time pass. Here are my 4 assignments that I wish to use, and I know that I'm giving up my 20 points, and I will submit this work within 1 week. Okay, so there's more here about the emergency and so on. That's, midterm and final. Again, emergency, that's a different thing. I do have somebody in the hospital right now. I think they're in Mexico, actually. Anyway, so that I just need to know what's happening and just get something with a date on it and a doctor's signature. You can also use it for a low graded assignment. So if you got 5 out of 20 on something or 5 out of 30, you probably want to redo that assignment. I probably gave you comments. I start giving less and less feedback as the term goes. I give a lot of feedback in the beginning so you can do better on the, writing and so on. But as time goes by, then I give you less because you should have a sense of what is being asked of you. Okay, so if you had a bad upload, then use the pass. Don't ask me questions about it until you've watched this video, because I'm not going to answer it. I'm just going to say, watch the video, look at the assignment. See, there's a zoom right there. I'm going to put another video right now embedded in here, this one right here. So 20 points that you have, you can use up to 4. You don't have to use all 4 at once, but the limit is April 21st. Okay, so it doesn't make sense for you to make up like chapter 1.1, for example, 3 weeks from now in the middle of part 4 or end of part 2. You want to try to use it when you still know that knowledge is fresh, and also things build on one another. So for the midterm, for example, the first midterm, if you didn't do any of the written work, I probably dropped you, frankly, but if you didn't do any of the written work and get feedback and kind of see where you were on and where you're off, what's working, what's not working, then it's going to be really hard to do well on the midterm. So everything builds on each other, on itself. In this course, you want to make sure that you are doing this makeup work earlier than later. Okay, but I do give you guys some time because you could miss things later. Look, everybody misses an assignment here and there. I'm no different. I'm taking a Spanish class right now, and I'll miss a quiz here and there. It does happen. This is just kind of giving you that grace period. Out of 1,000 points, remember, it's only 20 points I'm giving you, but if you want to reopen it, then you're giving up those points and you're going to have to submit the work. Okay, that's it. Hopefully I covered it and you guys know how to do it.